so-called quantum zeno effect. Yeah, quantum zeno effect. The more often an option is chosen, the more likely the option will be chosen again. Yeah. So this has to do with intention and commitment then. The more often you choose to forgive, the more likely you will be to forgive. Even though statistically the options are mathematically the same, the likelihood is that consciousness, because of its own nature, because you choose a certain option, you are more likely to choose that option again. So the more often you choose a benign option, a benign way, you say, well, I could be seeing this such and such. So if you get into a negative thought or a negative fix, you ask yourself, well, how could I be seeing this? And of course, that's part of the Course in Miracles, and one reason it works is you ask the Holy Spirit to recontextualize it so you see it differently. So you see it through the eyes of forgiveness. And you see that whatever you're upset about is because you've stopped time at some particular point. And when you expand it beyond that particular point, and you see it's sort of an evolutionary revelation, you see the innocence of what you were just upset about. So what you're really asking God to do is to recontextualize the way you're experiencing and comprehending the situation. And that takes you out of right and wrong and condemnation of yourself and others. And that takes you out of guilt and anger and hatred. So the recontextualization then is done as an option because that's your commitment to be that way. Now another person doesn't, another person who is not spiritually oriented just sees something and hates it and feels justified, and that's okay with them. But as you grow spiritually, the negatives are no longer so pleasantly tolerated. Now you find they're not welcome anymore. It's like you're used to beautiful music, and some awful music comes on. You're used to beauty now. The worst music in the world is on the Weather Channel. If you want to do something to help God and humanity, write the Weather Channel. They have the worst god-awful, harmonious music I've ever heard. I'll say this with him, turn it down, I can't stand the music. They have the unerring ear for bad music. Yeah. Anyway, we'll forgive them because after all, the only reason we're looking at it is to find out if it's going to rain on the day of the lecture anyway.